Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358.
Hello Gorgeous.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY only $4.99. Plus DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Visit the Appleton Museum of Art for a Dickens Christmas, the Urban Family Holiday Exhibition. On view through January 9th, this festive annual display features beautiful themed trees, the beloved Dickens Village, Santas and nutcrackers from around the world, and much more. On the second floor, see trees decorated by community partners. The Appleton is located on East Silver Springs Boulevard in Ocala. For more information, visit appletonmuseum.org.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Buffett. Save the Manatee Club has helped to protect imperiled manatees and their aquatic habitat for decades, but there's still more work to be done. Threats from cold weather, red tides, pollution, and boat collisions continue to take their toll on the manatee. So let's work together to safeguard the manatees and the places they call home. Be the friend they need. Visit SaveTheManatee.org. Thank you.
Howdy folks, RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Shamrock Security Systems, 629-3223. Shamrock Security Systems is located here in Ocala, Florida. Shamrock Security Systems is a top-rated alarm company offering 24/7 monitoring, video surveillance, fire and flood protection. You'll sleep a little better once the job is done. Shamrock Security Systems for over 31 years. 629-3223. Get a 100% free quote from Shamrock Security. 629-3223.
You know, a real different Christmas gift, something that comes straight from the heart, would be a budded and blooming Bob Wine's heirloom camellia. Famous for more than 70 years, Bob Wine's camellias are known the world over, and now, this holiday season, they're priced very affordably for giving and getting, as low as $14.99, and there are hundreds to choose from. Please come see this super colorful 5-acre garden, and by all means, stroll through the greenhouse. See the collection of Woodstock chimes and get your share of 20% savings on indoor foliage, 30% off statuary and fountains. Another gift idea, a citrus tree with a big bow on it. Take your pick, starting at just $69.99. This place is loaded with gift ideas, so come take a look. Remember the place, it's Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery on Southeast 38th Street in Ocala, away from all the holiday traffic. They're open daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming holiday place since 1952.
Well, this is a surprise. Hello, ladies. Welcome to the WOCA studios. Please, step right up and tell us who you are.
Tammy Griffin.
Connie Ann Pendleton.
Deborah Jenkins.
Cindy Brown.
Susan Schmitz.
Shauna Tanner.
Andrea Benitez.
April Savarese. We are the Stiletto Network Group, a sub-networking group of the Ocala CEP.
You're having another great day and you have good taste tuning into WOCA The Source with Ocala Talks and Tom Schmitz. Well, 1 out of 2 isn't bad.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Monday. I'm your host, Tom Schmitz, coming to you from the WOCA studios here in the Brick City, beautiful Ocala, Florida. Don't want to sound like Debbie Downer, but, I talked about the passing of Doug Oswald, a pillar of our community, and I have another passing that I want to take a few minutes and talk about. A man who was consistently thought of as one of the most popular professors at Central Florida College. A man who Dr. Henningsen said was always a breath of fresh air, that his students really, really were in tune to what he was trying to teach them. His colleagues said he was a guy who would do anything that you needed for done. He was also very active in local theater. He was on the board of the Ocala Civic Theater. He starred in was in some of the productions as an actor, was behind the scenes in other productions. And that's Professor of History Darrell Riley. Darrell had a brief illness and passed last week. I had the great fortune of serving with him on the Marion County Historical Commission. Darrell and I didn't always see eye to eye. Darrell, his ideology and my ideology, opposite ends of the spectrum. But the one thing we agreed on was our love of history. We also agreed that you had to tell the whole story. You couldn't just tell the side of the story that made you look good as a people. You had to tell the whole story. He liked when I likened it. One time I told him, I said, history's like a Clint Eastwood movie. The good, the bad, and the ugly. He thought that was spot on. Guy who loved Ocala. Really, really loved the Ocala Civic Theater. Thought that there was a story that needed to be told in Ocala that we weren't telling properly with the history of Ocala. How he wanted to tell that story sometimes disagreed with the way I thought the story should be told. But we agreed on the content of that story, that it should be all-inclusive. Nothing should be left out. And don't get me wrong, Darrell and I would butt heads quite a bit as colleagues on the Historical Commission. But not because we both didn't want history to be told. We both just thought that it should be worded different. But that's to be expected between two guys whose opinions and leanings are opposite ends of the spectrum from each other. But as far as a history teacher goes, he taught history the right way. Well, did he put a liberal or conservative slant on it? He put his slant on it at times. He tried not to. He would call himself on it when he saw that he was doing that. He was just an all-around good guy. And I really feel terrible now because we had the only serious run-in we ever had was right after the pandemic hit, and we were having a commission meeting, and I walked in the meeting without a mask on. No mandate. He goes, "You need a mask on." I go, "You're a damn sheep." And boy, he exploded like I'd never seen him explode before. I did not realize at the time until recently that he had an underlying issue that made him more susceptible to COVID. And so his outburst and his anger was more at his situation and how this pandemic could affect him than it was at me calling him a sheep. But at the time, we talked about it. He apologized. I apologized. From that point forward, I wore a mask in that meeting just out of respect for Darrell Riley. But he was one of the good guys. He was a great teacher of history, great professor of history at CF, and he taught history the right way. He told the whole story. He didn't get caught up trying to define it. He didn't label what he was teaching as critical race theory or non-critical race theory. He he didn't label the way he was teaching as a liberal way or a conservative way. He taught history. He gave you the basis of what history is. He told you about the good things and the shortcomings of every bit of the history he taught. Like I said, he taught the good, the bad, and the ugly of history, and he did it for a very long time at CF. He loved the College of Central Florida. And they've lost a very, very good history professor with the passing of Darrell Riley. We've lost a very, very good colleague on the Marion County Historical Commission with the passing of Darrell Riley. The Ocala Civic Theater has lost a good board member and a good behind-the-scenes and sometimes on-stage member of the Ocala Civic Theater. He lived a very unpretentious life. He drove a late-modeled pickup truck, red pickup truck. He loved that truck. You know, it was what some of you would refer to as a beater. But Darrell liked his truck. He was one of the gifted people to know and understand the Seminole Indian Wars, the first, second, and third, all that took place in and around this area. It's something I don't have that very good of an understanding of. So I would always talk to Darrell about the Seminole Indian Wars, because he knew a plethora of information about the Seminole Indian Wars. We would talk things as boring as turpentine. That's right, turpentine. Turpentine was a big industry in North Florida and South Georgia. The turn of the century, from the 1800s to the 1900s. It was a big deal. Historically, turpentine is a big deal in this area and north and in South Georgia throughout the last 150 years. It was the little things about history like that Darrell Riley knew just as well as the big-ticket items in history. Just an all-around good guy, a very good history professor, a good friend of the Ocala Civic Theater, and a member of our community that will sorely be missed. Darrell Riley passed away last week after a short illness. Professor at CF, board member and sometimes contributor, actor, and behind-the-scenes contributor to the Ocala Civic Theater, and my colleague on the Marion County Historical Commission. He will be missed. Darrell Riley, taken way too soon. We'll be back after this timeout. 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
Just pushed me back and door fell on the top of me, and we ran inside. Everything was fall apart.
Mayfield, Kentucky business owner Sanal Nadadi on KFVS12.com. President Biden on Sunday declared a major federal disaster in Kentucky after a swarm of deadly tornadoes hit the state late Friday into Saturday, paving the way for additional federal aid. As part of the declaration, federal aid will be provided to affected individuals in counties of Caldwell, Fulton, Graves, Hopkins, Marshall, Muhlenberg, Taylor, and Warren. Around 3:30 a.m. on Saturday morning, passengers of a Carnival cruise ship were awoken to an alert that someone had fallen overboard. The ship was traveling from Long Beach to Ensenada, Mexico. Firefighter-paramedic Daniel Miranda on board the ship said there was some high suspicion of foul play. USA Radio News.
awesome and amazing day. Hey, friends, it's John and Chelsea Jubilee, and here's my beautiful wife, Chelsea.
Hi, women. I have a message just for you today. Every single day, we have women that come to us in pain. Not physically, even though, yes, that is too, but in pain from suffering of hopelessness because they have tried every single thing to lose weight and they can't.
And they can't year after year after year, and they give up. They give up hope. They're desperate. They're in a dark place. But we have a light of truth. Science is a search for the truth that is known. In our breakthrough science of intercellular hydration, ladies, you will lose 15 to 20 pounds of solid fat every 4 weeks. Go log on to our website, look at the testimonials of real women just like you who were hopeless, but this changed their life.
Check us out at energizedhealth.com. That's energizedhealth.com.
An edible plant that deserves a comeback in the home